Do you want this? And this? And this? And this as well? With this? And this too? And you could definitely have this. And I'll throw in this, which includes all of this, with rooms like this, full of corridors like this, and puzzles like this, and mazes just like this one. Well, you know what? I'm going to give you it all. And in fact, I'm going to add to it in Bedrock and in Java, as well as a flat world with loads of modular builds for schematics and all of those schematic files for Java as well. I'll tell you how you can get it all in just a few minutes, but first, let's start adding some more stuff to it. And the biggest decision we've got is what are we going to change up first? So I'm coming across the bay from Spawn Town and I'm going to go straight across something like 1,000 blocks of open plains and forests, rivers and beaches, jungles, mountains and valleys to reach our Babylonian temple. This is where we're going to start today's journey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Avomancia and I'm making it for you. It's been ages since I did an episode of Avomancia and I thought it was high time I added a little bit to it so you can download it whether you're in Java or in Bedrock, it doesn't matter. I'll give you the world download and I really hope you enjoy it. You could make your survival world here. And what I really want to do is to connect this puzzle-filled dungeon full of treasure to the centre of the world, Spawn Town, so it becomes one big world rather than a few builds in one. So we're going to start today by building a road, and it is going to have to be one serious road to travel across all of those biomes for all of those blocks. But I reckon it'll be worth it, so let's harness some of that world edit magic. And I kind of need to pick a path because the dungeon has got an exit in two directions. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go from it because like a Wally, the central town is right behind me, but the exits, well, they go off at 90 degrees. Another example where I just didn't think it through. But if I look at the two sides where the entrances are, I think there's a really clear one I need to use. Because this one here has got a much clearer path out, less in the way, and I can turn it around, maybe avoid that lava somehow, and then come back and around over there. Or even turn it very quickly around the foot of that mountain, although I don't think that really makes sense, as if I've come out that far. I'm probably going to go out that way, right? I think so. And what that's going to give me the opportunity is to fork off another branch of a road out that way, which can mean this is a stop off for somewhere a little bit more distant. That kind of makes sense to me, but I need to get rid of all these birch trees. So I've set a brush and a mask on this sword here, and when I hit it, it's going to take out all of these birch logs and also the birch leaves, I hope at least. If I click on there, you can see it's not giving it too big a circle, which is good because otherwise it's going to end up being really difficult to be able to fill it out. But this is going to be my travel path in this direction. I think that's going to work. So let's create ourselves a little bit of a path that makes sense. So I just started bashing out all of that bird poo wood. It was going to be quite a winding path to get to the sea on the way to that central area. And this actually worked out way better than I thought it would. I was a bit worried at first because I had to wind around this mountain ridge. And as a result, I think I'm never going to be able to get over that ridge. And then I had a bright idea. If you can't go around the mountain, go through the mountain. So I'm going to do a hole right there that comes out right there. And then my path carries on through the forest. And again, I was starting to get a little bit worried because there was an awful lot of trees here. And I wonder whether or not I was actually ever going to get to the end of it. But I did. And I came across this other mountain ridge with a natural hole. I didn't dig that. That was the world made. Isn't that brilliant? So I'm definitely using that one. And then up comes the path all the way up and around across this tiny little peninsula gap. And I think I'm going to have to make some kind of port either side of that because boats could definitely go that way and off that way, and then it carries on through this last little piece of the forest until we get to the open plains again, and those open plains start to bring us out to the villages, and there is our central spawn town. So now I just have to make the pathway, and this path here I think stops rather suddenly. I need to make this a little bit more detailed. Maybe get in a little bit of packed muds, maybe some gravel, maybe some coarse dirt until it gets out a little bit from the dungeon, and then once it's done that I can convert it back into just path blocks and maybe path and dirt blocks. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't think I'm going to make a bridge. I might just fix this as an area. I might have to make a bridge there. No, maybe not. I'm not sure. And then we're going to get a path going across here. And by the time we get here, I reckon it's going to turn into just path blocks. Maybe with just a splash of dirt. Not sure. Let's have a go. But before I do, to make sure that my brush works properly, I've got to take out these path blocks. Otherwise, it will be a little bit path block heavy. I'm going to mask for grass blocks. So as a result, I only really want there to be glass blocks in my way. So using 4 separate brushes masked for those grass blocks, I managed to get a winding path going up through the gap that I'd already made that slowly changed the palette to make the path less and less complex. So let's follow the route that this path is going to take us. I said we were going to go through the mountain. I meant it. We've made ourselves a really nice tunnel. I need to detail that up. Obviously, we're going to need to put some pathing on the floor there and light it. Otherwise, mobs are really going to eat our face. And then it weaves its way through this remainder of the forest. A little bit of tidying up there to do. But I like the amount of path. I want it to be very much walkable on a horse or on foot or whatever you'd like to be. I don't want it to be just the odd path block here and there. It needs to be significant. Next time we've got this big old hole that was naturally produced. I've gone through there, we've weaved around, we've gone up and over that hill and into this area. That's the little bit that I think could do a port at some point, not today, and then we're running round fairly straight and we're at a final run coming up into past that village, over the hills, through these rolling plains, drop off at the village until we finally end up at the coast, looking across that harbour to our spawn town. And I'm going to be honest, I'm really pleased with it. Now, I told you at the beginning of the video how you could get this world and the other flat world in both Bedrock and Java, and also all of the Java schematics for you to be able to use yourself. And getting this completely customized world couldn't really be any more simple. They are all available to my Redstone patrons and above. You can find out on how to become a Redstone patron or above on my website, that's avomance.com, or you can join the Discord, the link is in the description. There are loads of perks to being a Redstone patron, and you can find all of them on my website. I should probably build a portal over that Babylonian dungeon, link it up with this portal so there's less distance to travel through the nether rather than going around that road. But I quite like travelling in the overworld. It's less stressful, and as a result I think I'm going to stick with that for now. I'll do that in another video. But what I am going to do is put some light in some of these overhangs so there's less chance of creepers or zombies killing me a lot, especially the big one that we dug ourselves, because that was an absolute death trap, was that one. And I think for now that will do. So let's make our way on our brand new road all the way back to Spawn Town. Never was there a more thriving community in all of Minecraft survival. And if you come and explore it, you'll see for yourself. I'm really enjoying slowly adding features to this world. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to do next. I'm open to pretty much any idea that you've got, whether it is silly, sensible, adds to the world, takes away from it. I don't care. Every idea is a good idea, and you never know, I might actually do it. Maybe add in the world's largest pumpkin pie. I don't know. It's your ideas. Come up with them. Also, let me know if you download the world. It'd be great to hear from you and what you're going to do with it. And I'll look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.